Hi guys, back again with another video. Now this video is going to be unboxing, overview, first impression video of the Redmi Go. So let's go ahead, see what all do you get with the box. So that's the phone. So I chose the blue edition. There are two. There's the black one and the blue one. So you have the SIM ejection tool and you get two pamphlets. You get a power brick and a micro USB charging cable. Now one thing to notice over here is, so it says 5 volt 1 ampere. So this is what you will get with this. If you try to put a fast charger and try to connect it, it's not going to do fast charging anyway, so that support is not there. So just to let you know. Okay, so let's talk about the build quality and the physical features. Now basically the build quality is pretty good for this price. Now it looks like it's metal, but it's not metal. It's all plastic, polycarbonate. Now you do all the buttons are on the right hand side. So you have the volume rocker and the power on off button over here. So these are the only three buttons which are available. Other than that, at the bottom you have the mic, the micro USB charging port and the speaker. It's very prominent, you can actually see it. Normally I don't see microphone ports that big, normally they are very discreet, but this is pretty big. And then on top you have the earphone jack and a secondary mic. So normally in cheaper phones they do not put a noise cancelling secondary mic, but in this that is there. So this is going to be good for calling. On the left hand side then you have the nano SIM tray on top. That is the SIM 1, and then you have a SIM 2 and a micro SD card slot over here. So you can have all three of them separate. This is not going to be a hybrid one, so that's a good option. Because this has just 8 GB of internal memory, you are not going to get too much of memory on the phone. So to store everything you can put a memory card, and that's going to help you with that. Okay, so now let's look at the back. Now you have a 8 megapixel camera over here and a LED flash. Now this is not a dual tone or anything, it's a regular LED flash which does a decent job. We'll be talking about that later on. Now you have these three capacitive touch buttons over here, but one thing I'll tell you now itself, these are not backlit, so you will not be able to see it in the dark. So but normally phones at this price you do not get backlit ones anyways. Now you have a 5 megapixel camera over here, and just next to it you have your speaker, your earpiece. Secondly, what I liked is the screen's quality. Now generally a low budget phone or a budget oriented phones don't have very great screens. So I have seen a lot of budget phones and I don't even bother buying them or seeing the screens. This one has an excellent screen, 720p HD screen, which does not take too much of power. I tried watching a lot of YouTube videos on this. I tried downloading YouTube videos and all these things. I've tried all those functions and it really works very well. So okay, so now let's talk about media consumption. Now, is this phone going to be good for people who want to watch videos, listen to music and all these things? Now, one thing which I really liked about this phone is this is targeted at people who want to conserve their internet. So I really didn't like it at first, but then gradually as I used it, it made more sense to me, especially the YouTube part. Now this doesn't have native YouTube, it's got YouTube Go. So you cannot install a regular YouTube on it unless you can I won't talk about all that, but for people who install stuff from Play Store, you cannot install YouTube on it, native YouTube on it. You have YouTube Go. So let me just show you YouTube Go. You can open up YouTube Go, you will see everything regularly, but there's a difference. The videos that you see, you cannot just click it and play it. I'll show you what happens. You press a video, it comes up in this format. Now it gives you basic, standard and high. Now you can choose which standard you want to watch it on or download it on. So it gives you both the buttons. So you can choose whether you want to just download that video or play the video, because it's going to use the same amount of data anyways. So if you're going to use the same amount of data, why don't you just download it and keep it on your phone and then watch it later on? Now one catch is, now this is my channel, so in my channel everything is in full HD, all the videos are in full HD. It will not give you full HD videos to download or play. Now if you want to watch full HD, you will have to go into Google Chrome and then open up YouTube there and then use it that way. That way you will be able to select the quality over there. Now here it'll give you, if you want to see high quality, it'll be like around 30 MB. It'll show high quality for that. Beyond 30 MB it'll not give you over here. You will get around standard. So for my videos it's showing me standard as the highest. I can choose standard, I can play or download. But there's another feature. Now I don't know whether I want to see this video or not, so I can do a preview. So I press that, it shows me a preview. Now the preview is not with sound and blah blah blah. It's just a GIF kind of a image which keeps moving ahead, and then you will know, okay, so this is what it is, and whether you want to watch it or not, you can decide. Now I don't want to watch that. I'll click on something else. I do a preview, and then it loads up, and then tuck 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 tuck. So right now everything is real time. I'm not forwarding or doing anything. You can see how fast this is. So even though this got just 1 GB of RAM, the speed is actually pretty good with these apps. Now if I install or if we have the actual app, the big apps, then the speed will not be that great, it will be lower. So the Go architecture with the Go apps actually works pretty good. The sound quality on this is average but loud, so you will not get like the stereo sound kind of a thing where you or a beatbox, or I mean you won't get all those fancy features. You will get regular but loud sound. If I compare it with other phones, the sound quality is not that great, it's average, but for this price range I'm okay with it. Now let's talk about the camera. Now this is the part which I don't like about it. So even though in the box or in ads and stuff you will see that it says 13 filters and this and that and full and HD video 180p and blah blah blah, but no matter which settings I choose, I'll just show you. So in pictures I get your regular options, what you get with regular budget phones. So you in camera frame you can just select 4:3 and 16:9, so no other options. And then picture quality you have high, standard, low. So those are the budget phones options. Now I'll go into videos, and in videos I'll have these options: full HD 180p 30 fps. Now that sounds good, looks good on paper, but when I actually make a video, the video is not that great, so I did not like the video. Now this phone is not targeted towards people who have an expectation of great video quality or great picture quality, bokeh effect and all these things. No, this is not targeted towards them. This is for regular day-to-day people who are not interested in clicking much of pictures. If they want to take pictures just for memory sake, just take some picture and keep, for that it'll be good. But if you are looking at like good selfies and good lighting and this that, no. Now you do get beauty mode on this, so you can select like none to 5. That option is still there, but even with all those options I was not very impressed with the camera. So no matter what kind of lighting I tried, yes, better the lighting, better the picture, but as soon as you zoom in it's all blurred. Now one thing which I really liked about this is the battery life. Now 3000 mAh combined with low power usage, not many heavy apps, gives it good battery life. Now the call quality on this is very nice, so that's one thing that they really took care of. Now even though it's a budget phone, they still gave you 2 mics. So one mic over here, the secondary mic. Now this is responsible to cut out all the background sound. It will not really remove everything. It will compare the sound, whatever you're getting from the bottom one, which is actually your voice, and then compare it with this and remove most of the disturbance from it, so you get clearer sound. Now this is not a complete VoLTE phone, but it does work without the Geo app. It does work regular. I can just use the dial pad and I can call and I can do everything. Now if you're looking at dual VoLTE, this is not going to work. Let me just talk about that right now. If you want to use Geo SIM and Vodafone or Airtel or whatever a non-VoLTE SIM, it will work, but you will have to use only one of them will have the 4G function. So the other one will be on 3G and 2G. So just remember that it's not going to be dual VoLTE like the newer MI phones and the other phones which support dual VoLTE. Now those are much more expensive network chips, so they cannot put that on budget phones. Okay, so what is my initial impression on this phone? Now, the initial impression is actually very good. At first, I did not like it. To be honest, I really did not like it. As soon as I saw the Go thing and 1 GB of RAM and all these things, and the camera performance and all these things, but then I thought about it. It's not made for me. It's not made for a person like me who has most of the newest phone and is used to all those like the iPhone 10s and the latest Samsungs and the latest Pocos and all these things. If you're used to them, then when you go to this, then you might find it a little okay. Well, it's got this, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. But if you give it to a person who has just upgraded from budget phone, or like a Geo phone, one of those Geo phones, where the screens are so small and you're watching everything there. If you upgrade from that, then this is going to be a super phone for you. Oh, so one more thing before I end this video. If you want to like a video, or comment on a video on the Go app, you cannot do that. So you do not get an option for like or dislike, and you do not get an option for commenting on it. For that, you'll have to go through Google Chrome or some other browser and then open up YouTube over there and then comment or like or do whatever. So this has a player which just allows you to play or download, nothing else. So that's it for this video. If you like the video, please subscribe with the like button and do comment, and I'll see you again with another video. Bye bye.